Turkey broadcasts steps to shore up financial system, prioritizing inflation combat. Istanbul, Turkey's treasury said on Friday combating inflation remained its top priority after authorities introduced fresh measures to shore up an economy beleaguered with the aid of surging charges and a sliding lira, even though analysts expected the trendy steps to have little effect. The Treasury said it might problem home bonds listed to the revenues of kingdom firms to inspire lira asset savings. The valuable bank raised the desired reserves ratio for lira industrial coins loans to 20% from 10%, and the banking watchdog tweaked a maturity restriction for purchaser loans. The combat towards inflation stays top precedence. In this struggle, the importance of coordination between establishments is clear, and all our institutions are acting with the understanding of a joint conflict, a Treasury statement stated. The steps triggered unstable alternate in the lira. It firmed as a long way as 16.8 to the U.S. greenback ahead of the bulletins earlier, than sliding again to 17.3 after they were unveiled. It traded at 17.21 at 0800 GMT after the Treasury's brand new declaration. The lira has slid 23% this 12 months after final 12 months' 44% tumble, which was prompted by means of a series of unorthodox important bank fee cuts accomplished beneath pressure from President Tayyip Erdogan, no matter surging inflation. The lira crisis meanwhile aggravates inflation, particularly this year as Russia's conflict in Ukraine has pushed up energy and food charges. Analysts had been skeptical how a good deal the ultra-modern steps may want to pass the needle, announcing the measures didn't address the core difficulty of rampant inflation and low hobby charges. As a ways as I see, there isn't any coverage trade to be had to take inflation underneath control, stated Arda Tunca, Istanbul-based economist and columnist at Politik.ul. Sources told the government was considering pushing a supplementary budget through Parliament earlier than a recess subsequent month to cowl possible summer payments. I always surprise what form of rabbit they will pull out of the hat next time. Thus far I even have now not seen something that might assist stabilize the lira, stated Per Hammerlund, leader M strategist at SEB. Turkey is suffering economic and marketplace headwinds as Erdogan faces tough elections by way of mid-2023, along with his approval rankings already hit by using rocketing inflation, which hit 73.5% in May. Turks like Önder Öztürk, 42, a barber in Istanbul, have borne the brunt of the ache from soaring costs. We by no means go out to devour anymore, stated Öztürk, who has cut discretionary spending by way of half of, which include visits to his home metropolis. We've restricted our spending to clothes and personal desires. Real persons commenting at the Circulate to Problem Revenue Index lira bonds this month, Spin Consulting's Özlem Derici Sengel referred to that such bonds were issued in 2009. Not corporates but most effective real people are centered this time, but in line with my humble view it's far difficult to draw deposit holders who do now not have fairness investing revel in, she said. The Treasury stated the usage of the lira and practices to increase its attraction will hold without compromising unfastened market rules. Separately, banks must hold between 3% and 10% of fixed-rate bonds for overseas currency deposit bills, the important bank stated, in a flow-boosting call for fixed-rate bonds and correctly lowering Treasury's borrowing charges, a senior banker instructed. In different moves, the banking watchdog decreased the most adulthood for customer loans over 100,000 lira $5,814 to 365 days from 24, and plans to ease restrictions imposed on foreigner traders get entry to the lira through the switch facility. The Capital Markets Board stated it had decreased its charges so that it will encourage overseas investment for public services held in Turkey, and to encourage agencies to attain finances by issuing capital marketplace devices abroad. Local bond yields slipped on the latest bulletins, with the yield on the 10-year benchmark bond easing to simply over 21% after finishing the day at 25.72% on Thursday. Borsa Istanbul's major banking index climbed 4%.